First of all, I just want to say thank you, God. My dad always said that, I could have been one of these shameless trash who, who, who just like they don't even know how discredited they are, even by the things they say. It's so bad in the sense of like they make it clear that they have no shame in regard of how stupid and trashy they're gonna be. And I'm all for them to live this life, as like I said, I don't want them to live a life where they respect themselves. I want them, as I'm this ordinary people involved in this program, to be the trashy life that they are. And I don't care what they love or don't love about this, as long as they continuously live in this trashy life. And I'm going to put that in their faces. I'm going to put that in their faces. And when we interact, they know I see them as, this is just trash. Like you say, you're shameless, you're trash. You don't even respect yourself. Somebody eating trash is better than you. You choose to be involved in something that's so obviously disturbing just because you like what you get out of it, the feeling and the empowerment you get out of it. And they still try to maintain this. It's like you just trash the government contract, like I said. You're not allowed to have self-respect anyways, involved in this. And I won't allow you to do that. When I hear these perps who tell me they prove that they're killing yourself, I'm like, oh my gosh, I use mental fortitude. I see this unfragile human shit. Today's been a rough day because obviously the continuous manipulation, but when things are bad, I notice that what they like to do, and bad in the sense of like being, when I don't respect them and they're so discredited, they go and just continuously damage my brain. I woke up and they were saying some things were happening to my brain. I don't know if my brain is being, I don't know like if I'm having like brain bleeding or something happening there, but either way, I can feel my brain being damaged to the point where I know I'm at least having concussion. Really actually damaging my brain in a way where I can feel woozy, or I can feel like pain. Like not pain like a headache pain, but pain like you've been hit and your brain is just kind of being harmed that way. And so what he has done, is like they try to break me down even more because of the fragile state I'm in regard of my health and the damage of my body and my brain. So you hear this low life just try to take advantage of that to be trying to make me subscribe to this nasty narrative. The low life that one thing I have to say, I'm so thankful I've been making video for a long time, but it's getting harder for me to be articulate in these videos because of what they do to me, and it's really draining at the same time. But it's worth doing it. Listen, my videos have been very repetitive, have been the same thing, but I've now noticed that it's more beneficial to me because I go back and listen to the things they've done to me years ago and hear me try to articulate what they were doing to me. Now, let me just start off by saying what this is. By now, a lot of the people watching me are not even target video at this point, mostly perps, but for those target video who are watching this, I hope that my videos help, but my videos help me the most. I think I have helped a few people, and that was it. I'm not expecting that my videos are gonna save everybody's life, but as long as they help one or two in the target video, I'm okay with that. Now, this trash are trying to make me let them live their fantasy. Now, let me just start with what's happening here. I'm a target video, I'm a TI, and I understand what it means. It means the government is utilizing me as a guinea pig, as a test subject, and they're utilizing this technology that is rewiring and doing so much things to my mind, but also obviously my body, which no need to have too much I don't need to speak too much about it because of self-explanatory. I'm losing weight, and my body's damaged. I'm losing health because they're targeting my organs and doing things to me. Mean things, I said that to minimize how foul these people are, because these mean things they do to me is something they do to men, women, and children. Test subject come in all ages, gender, and races, and we're just test subjects. We're guinea pigs, and that means even these mean things apply to even the most vulnerable children. And they contract these quote-unquote ordinary people, just some civilians that are nobodies, they're nothings. And these participants who are really, you shouldn't take them as anything special. They really are. You don't need to be impressive. Really, matter of fact, it's the opposite. You have to minimize who you are as a person. Now, some people are already like that. There's no minimization. As a matter of fact, it's them living a fantasy. And I heard somebody say, like, one of these low-life perps, the government contract, because that's what it is. They're just the nothings, the government contract. It's like, I'm shameless. I'm like, yes, you are. And I pray for you to stay shameless for the rest of your life, because that's not just shameless. You don't respect yourself, you trashy low-life. And I understand why you're so shameless, because you feel special. And so they have this trash, they contract, that they love this because they go through this like scripts of things they say, and they know that at the end of the day, as a test subject, I'm just gonna be manipulated accordingly, right? So you have some loserness that don't care how obvious it is that I'm being manipulated, and they'll go through the scripts understanding that he's still gonna be manipulated, and I'm okay with that because it makes me feel special, when in truth is they're just the trashing me. And making videos for me reinforced that, because at some points, and they were trying to do that in my face. Now, you understand the circumstances they put themselves in at this point. You've heard my videos. Matter of fact, it's like almost I'm looking forward. I wanted to go to work. But my brain was so damaged. I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be really bad. I really want them to do this thing in front of me. Now I'm like kind of wanting to put myself out there to see this low-life trash with no shame start doing that in front of me, and put themselves out there and see what will happen. They do these disgusting things to me, and they've been doing it systematically, but I know they're nothings. I know what they're really part of. I know the true evil, torturous things to even babies, women, and they're very, very manipulative of the mind in this degrading pedophilia-centric way, and then present themselves as the protector of children. And these losers, when I say that they love this because they feel like winners, and I'm talking about some specific target perps. Oh, they're like, yeah, we'll win, we're gonna lose, and some of them, I believe they're not just acting like that's not a gimmick to them. Like, they really think that they're gonna be successful because they're that good, because they are just winners, not because you're just a test subject in a program where the government is running this program, but because they're just winners and they're competitive like that. It's so fucking disgusting, but it's okay. I'm like, you're just a loser, you fucking sad fuck. This is an escape. They contract trash like you all around the world to do these nasty things, and you will always lose. This just validates how much of a loser you are. Being shameless the way you are shameless is it's not because you're a winner. That's why I'm always for you, and I'm happy for you to be shameless like that. And I understand why you enjoy. I can only imagine this trash of bottom feeders involved in this. Their life, their real life, their everyday life. Those especially who are like super winners. They manipulate me in such a degrading way, and they just brought up something here, and actually that's what you see this title. Like 2 years ago, they were manipulating me and making me have this like memories and falsifying, making me imagine. It's a whole thing, and it's not in this channel, but it's the other channel, and it was about like actually the little sister of somebody I was with. It's funny, before that they were trying to like use her to validate this nasty manipulation toward like teenager, but then they brought out some other things where like Even I think she was not even a teenager before. Like it was before she was a teenager or like early teenagehood, and they tried to change it, and it's so disgusting. And I'm looking at the evolution, and not even the evolution, but the changes from. And as I say, evolution is because the manipulation. But I see the changes from 2 years ago to today, and they love this. Because I say evolution because not too long ago I just watched a video that they clearly put there for me to see. And that's what this trash love the most, is this ability to control target individual when they can't even control their own life. And some of them tell me how to kill yourself. I'm like, I know whoever just said that is not this person is very brittle. I know this is a person who can kill themselves in 2 seconds with little pressure toward her. But the gimmicks of how they make themselves sound interacting with me via V2K, you will think it's the fiercest human beings, when it's just a little coward trash in their pajamas. I know what this is about, so I'm not going to pretend that there's any way to get out of this. I know I'm a test subject and the government is doing that to me. Not some clown losers who feel like a winner. And as a target individual, let me just wrap up just this introduction. I deal with this V2K, voice to skull, which is this voice style being piped in my head via this technology. They project their voices, and the voices you hear, it's not very impressive voices. It's like you hear some like immaturity of a childlike teenager who's just like, yeah, you will lose, you're gonna lose. Then she says things like, you attract, you lose, you attract, yes, teenagers. They say these little script things of things they try to make me subscribe to. There's different storylines they put together and the narrative to make me identify with this manipulation. And very childlike, yeah, you lose, you abuse, it's you, a little girls, teenagers, it's you. It's all the things that make me experience. Today when I'm being manipulated, because not only I'm dealing with the V2K, but I'm dealing with what they call synthetic telepathy, or these technology that can rewire your brain. So when I look at children at any age, from the babies to the older kids, like the teenage kids, stimulations. Matter of fact, even young people, they're adults, just young adults. That's, and I'm not saying that I won't look at a young adult and look at them, but they just manipulate me just because they're young. Adults, but just young. And the stories comes in all shape and form. They try to make me think, no, but we proved it because the evidence of when you watch the show, like the Game of Thrones, censor. So this is, and my brain is truly rewired to have a mental logicalness of a mentally challenged human being. And on top of that, to aid that retardation of logic, as I'm saying logic, they rewire me in this disgusting way. They have this childlike trash, very on the spectrum. Some of them even try to sound like sensible and just a menacing voice. Others are just like, they sound like what they're saying. And they manipulate me in this degrading way and want me to be identified with this. But in fact, when they say they attract, is when they bring up Ocean, which is a person I followed in 2014. I just saw another picture of her. Now she's about to get married. She's like 28 or so. About to be 28. Look almost exactly the same. Because I followed her in 2014, thinking she was an adult when she was not. But she looked almost identical. Almost the same. You couldn't even tell the difference. You think maybe there's a year difference here and there. No idea. And I was her age. Now, this trash are not here to paint a real picture. Okay, they also tell me that I will lose when they frame me with children. This is the winners, by the way. This is how winning is to them. That they're gonna win in the framing when they frame me toward children. When they frame me, when they frame me using children. As I say that, they try to rewire me. This is those winners, and like, you're gonna lose that. So like, oh, you're such a winner. Please continue to be shameless like that. And then what other things they do is just falsify memories. That memory of how they mess with, her name is Chloe. When the little sister, which is Chloe, was caught, but the sister I was dating, who's, let's just call her Leah. How, like, this whole thing was changed in my brain. It's so nasty. It was like 2 years ago they did that, but now they try to change it to something else where they're like, yeah, no, but when Leah said that all the girls in the family, talk about herself too, are hot-blooded. Hot-blooded. I heard some whipping noises. Hot-blooded. You start thinking about the little sister too, of being hot-blooded, and this is stupidity. And that's why you hear this noise campaign. I don't know if you can capture that, but they do this whipping noise. They're all part of this fear tactic and torture tactics that are supposed to make you identify to these perceptions, this false persona, these false memories. I'm like, let's go. I gotta run to this trashiness. I gotta run to this sufferance. These clowns think and they just twist it in that way in my brain. They're just like, no, but, and there was a whole dialogue of stupidity. It's just almost insane. It's like, no, but you hot-blooded. Did you think of the? Oh, it was so stupid. My brain, I was about to, just to falsify this thing, just to make me perceive this kid sexually. And it's like, no, but when Leah was like the whole, did you think of it? I was like, what? And they make me think, oh, you felt that, you felt stimulations, like. And truly, my brain has been so manipulated that they're putting stimulation toward the sister. I'm like, what? But okay, but you thought when you say all of the girls, you thought of also the sister. You gotta be strong. You gotta be strong. I know that my life is been over for a while. I'm not trying to be demoralized until you're talking with Joe. I know that for me, I'm not looking for escape from this, just strength. I'm okay with death. I'm not suicidal in that sense, but I'm not scared of death. I understand my purpose. This nothingness, this trash the government contract, they gotta see themselves as the trash as they are. Maybe that's my purpose. This trash in their pajamas doing their worst. Maybe I'm here on earth to make sure that you see how what trash is. It's not the person over there sleeping in sewers. It's you. Maybe that's my purpose on earth. And I will never identify with this. There was somebody over there just trying to stare at me as they manipulate these memories they falsify. I'm like, you dumb. I'm looking at him. They think they still be like, oh, if I'm looking at this person's like, oh, and the shit is like, you look at this fucking clown. I should take a picture of this shit. Tagging visual. I know as human beings we want to be with others. We want the approval of others. We don't want to be alone. We don't want to be an island, but you have to be. Because what's going to be around you is not there to validate you. They're going to utilize the need of human beings of approval. They're going to use these tactics where, because we don't want people to look at you and shake their head. And go, oh my gosh, you saw that. And for me, I'm looking at that and say, you done, clown? You done shaking your head? Let me take a picture of your clown ass. They know now. It's like, look at this trash. He's supposed to look at me. I was supposed to be like, this is a real memory. Then he looked at his phone and did this. Like trash. That's all you guys do. Go listen to my video 2 years ago doing that. You're going to think they're going to think I'm a prophet. I just document what they do to me. And then go back when they bring this back up. That's what the videos I've been making has been helping me, reinforcing reality, because, oh my gosh, I can't even remember how all of that started. If I go through the videos, boom. This happened, this happened, this happened. Then it's building and rewiring, brainwashing you for years. Then use these clowns with no shame, no self-respect. Who will say anything else to try to disorient you? I'm thankful that a lot of them, when I'm here, are some people that are just so not credible in the regard of like, you will never respect them. Like, you know, they're just like you losing. They're children, not even children, teenage shit. It's like, yeah, you will lose. They're just like, keep being winning life. I know I need to look at this as a blessing in a sense too, because that could be my life. When I say that these ordinary people can be anybody, participate in that, anybody. So who knows? What if I was presented with this option? Would I be one of these trash like, yeah, you'll lose, yeah, the sun, yeah, it's you, yeah. I'll be looking at somebody like, yeah, my God, yeah, I'm like, Jesus. I could have been that. I know they break me down slowly. There's nothing I can do about that. It's not because they're so good. It's because my brain is being manipulated via this very cutting edge technology. They're just like the aid, the support, the people around you, this ecosystem that helps this technology. And they love it. They love it. Oh my gosh, they love it. They truly love it. I just ask God to give me strength. My brain is so destroyed. But God's with me. To my last breath, I will never allow them to escape. This shamelessness that you can do in your pajamas, I pray that you live nothing like that. Watch. Thank you for giving me this honor, this dignity. I pray that you continue to live. And I'm talking about this purpose, to continue to live in this trashiness, some trashy loser. And I pray also that they see what will happen if they do that in front of me. Just test your gimmicks in front of me and how you feel. I look forward to seeing that too. Give me just a strong.